Saturday's deadly shooting by a Border Patrol agent in Minnesota could prove to be an event that changes the course of President Donald Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration. That killing is under review, and 6 News anchor Lori Tucker brought in WATE legal analyst Greg Isaacs for insight into the process of deciding who's to blame.
Greg, we are glad you're here to help us understand the legal issues in this case.
Lori, it's good to be here.
Well, this second deadly shooting in Minneapolis comes with more thorny questions, specifically about the Second Amendment right to bear arms. First question out of the gate, Greg, is this a justified shooting?
Well, the Supreme Court has laid the groundwork for telling us when lethal force is authorized and when it's not. Under Barnes versus Felix, a recent case, you have to look at the totality of the circumstances from the perspective of a reasonable person. It's an objective standard. It's not the moment of threat test that has been expanded. So you need to look at the video and ask yourself, was the officer in imminent threat of serious bodily injury or death, or were third parties in imminent fear of serious bodily injury or death? When you look at video after video, clip after clip, expert after expert, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, has said resoundingly, no, it was not.
Was Pretti breaking the law? He's not a convicted felon. Did he break the law by bringing his gun to a protest?
There are two fundamental constitutional rights, titans of the Constitution, that come into play. And one, you have the First Amendment right, and this is right number one, to publicly address your grievances, to petition and address your grievances to the government. It appears from the videos that Pretti and the person he tried to protect in the orange backpack were doing just that, exercising their First Amendment right. Second is the Second Amendment, and Pretti had a handgun carry permit, and you are legally entitled to carry a firearm, whether it was January 6th, whether you were Kyle Rittenhouse, if you do not brandish the weapon.
Brandish is the key word
and here's
there.
the key word. You can have it on your hip, but you can't point it at somebody. You can't cause someone to be in imminent fear of injury from the weapon, or make others fearful. So to brandish a weapon, you typically have to affirmatively use that weapon in a way that would place others in fear. The clips, clip after clip, video after video, does not show that Pretti did anything but lawfully exercise that Second Amendment right.
The only thing we saw was that one clip of an officer ostensibly with his gun, Pretti's gun, in his hand after removing it from him. We never saw it being waved around.
And that's very important as you look at the totality of the circumstance test, because normally what you would see is gunshots being fired when someone reaches for a gun, refuses to put a gun down. In this instance, gunshots weren't fired. There was no lethal use of force until law enforcement actually removed the firearm from Pretti. A very unfortunate thing, but we've got to turn the temperature down. Stop calling protesters domestic terrorists. Stop calling domestic terrorists protesters.
Right.
You know what these are? These are people, and people shouldn't be killed on the streets of Minneapolis or anywhere for those reasons.
Greg, thank you.
Thank you.